Welcome back, guys, to another Master and Apprentice LEGO Star Wars review. Today we got this new ATTE Walker set 75337. We'll get right into the box art. As you can see, we've got the Utapau scene from Revenge of the Sith Episode 3 with Commander Cody leading a 212th Battalion attack. And the box art in the back looks a little, I would say, fuzzy, but it's pretty good. Considering all the box arts we've been getting recently just being a little bit lame, this is definitely one of the better ones. And for the back, same thing, just that Utapau scenery from Revenge of the Sith. And you can see all the different functions it shows off at the bottom here and the top left as well. And just a cool scene, like a battle scene, just again showing the different functions. I like the box art. Again, out of all the new box arts, this is just cooler. I mean, I'm also biased because Revenge of the Sith is one of my favorite movies, but I definitely do like it. And then the side, just a picture of the ATT. Again, good box art. We got the black new covers for all the new 2022 LEGO sets. Into the minifigures now. We'll start off with the 3 battle droids. Very unique, all of these. We've never seen anything like this. I'm just kidding, you know. 3 normal battle droids, nothing really to it. I do believe their blasters are a little bit more gray, which I don't know if maybe I just didn't realize they've been doing that with a lot of the new blasters, but they're not the complete black that they usually are. On to the clone troopers. We got the 212th, as you can see right there. 2 of them come with these long blasters with the I guess suppressor piece, you could call it. I think they look really sleek. One of my big critiques for the LEGO Star Wars community is their blasters. They always have the same lame blasters. I do like these looks with the attachment piece on it. It just throws some uniqueness into them. So I do love that. The other one comes with just the normal standard blaster. And then we do get a gunner, as you can see here. Very cool art. I love the strap across the chest, the new markings on the helmet. He comes with just the pistol, and then also the leg printing on all of these. I want to point out, they even have the foot. I think it's just fabulous. The biggest critiques people have on the 212th are that the arrow, as you can see right there, it just meets right into the black when it's supposed to be a tip. On the older 212th troopers, we have gotten that in the past. But me personally, it doesn't mean that much. As you can see, there's a little bit orange striping on the 212th. And then there's that strap piece on the gunner, which I just think looks slick. And then the last critique most people have, but me again personally, no corals, is the holes for the attachments on the helmets. They've been doing this for a long time. I think for a little bit in the last 2 or 3 years they stopped, and then they just kind of brought it back. I'm a fan of it. It brings back nostalgia, just having the holes in the helmets and being able to attach any attachment you please. But yeah, I'm a fan of it at least. And you can see that there's only 4 troopers here, so you're probably wondering what's missing. Commander Cody. Phase 2 Commander Cody. This is something the LEGO Star Wars community has been longing for quite some time, and ladies and gentlemen, we get it. You can see, I'd say the chest art and the leg art, all of it is spot on. I love it. The helmet looks spectacular. My one coral and most people's, and it's not a big one, it's just that it's not that curved piece with the antenna. It's that flat classic LEGO attachment piece. It doesn't look terrible. It's really not even that noticeable if you're not a person who dives deep into the accuracy of the LEGO, but it definitely is a noticeable thing if you are worried about that. Then he comes with just that normal blaster, full on orange, and then you can see right there, even that badge or Sigma or whatever it is right on his chest. I just love it. The art is pretty accurate altogether. And on the back, he has the jetpack that we see in episode 3. They don't give it to him. They just have it part of the art, which isn't really that big of a deal. I've never really been a guy who cares about the jetpacks. I know some fans, it's a big deal too. But you can see it's just art. And blends in and looks really well. You probably wouldn't even notice that it's a jetpack if you were not paying attention. And then underneath the helmet, they actually even have the scar that Commander Cody has, which is just, again, the accuracy they did with this one was just, they went above and beyond Lego standards on this one, and I'm actually really proud about it. And then the helmet, there's really no markings on it. They have the orange, my camera could focus. They have the orange on the bottom. The top is just gray, as you can see there. But again, the art and the accuracy is spectacular. So for however long we've been waiting, however long the Clone Wars have been waiting, 2010, so about 12 years, we finally get a Phase 2 Commander Cody. And I'm blown out of the water. I love it. For the first build, we got the Spider Droid. A lot of people have big complaints that it wasn't a crab droid. Me, I don't care. It's a droid. Who cares? They did a little bit different, I guess, build for the legs. They're really not that sturdy. I'm actually not a fan of them because they're not level, right? It's super easy to have them like just fall over if you push it at all in the slightest. For the actual aesthetic of it, I think it looks really cool. The eyes, obviously, and the cannon in the front. It's just simple, quick, easy build. Nothing a lot to it. But just, again, those legs really aren't that, I mean, you push it over and then it's not stable, as you can see right there. So that's like my only problem with it, but it looks cool. I mean, it's a cool little addition to your droid army. Okay, for the exterior of the AT-AT, I'm a big fan. I think it looks really appealing. They kind of changed the feet on these. They used to just have like the one piece, almost like a coupling piece, but they did layers this time, which I think looks pretty good in honesty. When I heard that they were going to be changing that, I was a little bit worried, but as you can see, it's pretty well done. It looks well. For the front of the building, you have just the pilot seat, as you can see right there. All it does is, if I can get it, clips out. It is flat on the bottom right there, so you can just have it sitting flat while you put the guy on, which I think is just neat. And with the see-through glass, you can see him through. And it's pretty sturdy. You can just set it right in there once you have your guy in there, and bing, bada, boom, you have that. You have these cannons, just the normal circular cannons. The front cannon where you have your gunner sit, you have the stud shooters, which I think blend in really well. Like, you can really hardly tell that they're there. It blends into the shape of it, and I think for the playability, it's really awesome. It rotates really well. The cannon rotates up and down. It's surprisingly very level. When Lego does the long cannon pieces, they always have it kind of heavy on the ends, and they kind of just droop a little bit, for lack of better words. So I think they did really well with that. Just the sides, really nothing to it. They have the Republic symbol and then some, stickers here and there. Again, the gears on the legs look nice. For the back of it, just the normal two other cannons, really nothing else back here to look at. For the exterior abilities for moving and playing, you have this handle on the top. It's really stable. So here you go. It's a little top heavy in the front, so just because there's more building up there, there's that to keep in mind, but it's really nothing that big of a deal in my opinion. And then as you can see though, those legs, they really aren't that stiff. And at first I thought that's kind of a shame. Just because before they've always been like that, like rotating leg piece where you like click it and it rotates. And this time they don't do that at all. And I thought that's kind of a good thing, because you're really not going to move when the machine's down. You're just going to move it on how it looks, right? And so whatever way you set it, the machine's just going to place itself naturally because it's just swinging, right? So if I want it to rotate backwards, you see the leg moves backward or forward, and there you go, or side. Like, it does it naturally. And I think for, its ability on like just setting it and having it look aesthetically cool, I think it's actually nicer in a way. For having it, accurate, obviously the legs weren't just dangling. That's not accurate. But I mean, you can only have so many things accurate. It's a Lego set, All right, for the interior, as you can see in the back here, just a little bit of stickers just to have a cool aesthetic. And then there's the can in a little bit more detail. We'll go right to the back. For both the side paneling, I'm not that big of a fan of it, to be quite honest. It's two pieces, so right here, these are attached by one of those like the clicking, right? You click it, right? So that's how it does. And then it rotates, right? I don't know how well you can see that, but it's just one piece. So it's really not that stable. But it's super easy to access. So it's kind of like a pick your poison, right? You can't have something that's super sturdy, but super easy to access. So for this one, I believe they just went for the super easy access. So we pull both the side paneling out. It makes it easier to get to the top. This one, they kind of did a little bit different, right? So it clicks out of place. And instead of like flipping down, it does like a weird rotating piece. And then this clicks up. That interior is phenomenal. I don't know how well you could see that from the range. It's super spacey. We have 5 seats back here. These are your blaster holders. This is supposed to be a what's the word? Computer, I guess, or whatever. You get your fire extinguisher, and then of course the clones gotta get their coffee in the morning, battling those clankers. But good, that 5 seating is just amazing. I don't think we've ever had an ATTE or the turbo tanks having that much interior space for clones, and I think it looks awesome. Then they have this doorway. Your clones can't really fit in it, but it's supposed to look, appealing, right? They can walk through the ship, so they have it kind of like that. Coming to the front now, same thing, just that clicking 2-piece right there, so they click up, and you can rotate it. As you can see, it's just that one piece right there. It's not super sturdy, and that's just like my biggest thing is like, if I drop this at all, I know a majority of that outer shelling is just gonna fall off. But like I said, you pick some, you win some, you lose some. So we're gonna open both sides here. And then the other thing is like the top can't open completely, right? So it clicks up, but from that handle, it can't click up anymore. So you can't like fully have it clicked up. So it's just that angle side right there. You can see right there, you have 2 more seats. Again, awesome with the seating. It picks up like a handle, which is kind of cool. That way you can get them in there perfectly, right? So you get it in there. This holds your, what's it called? Grenades, bombs, thermal detonators, whatever. So that's awesome. And then there's a canister in there that also holds binoculars and more thermal detonators in there. So just like my biggest thing when buying an ATTE is it's a transport vehicle, right? And I think they smashed this part out of the water, and I love that about this. All right, so overall, I love it. Aesthetically, the ATTE is amazing, sturdy, and just how long it's gonna last as a kid, I'm not so sure about that. And then accuracy is strong. So for that, it's probably like a 6. But the minifigure selection is super high. Again, with this glorious Commander Cody, it's probably an 8. So a combination, I'm gonna give this set a 7 out of 10. The $140 price tag on this is pretty good. If you're not crazy into Lego collecting, I'd probably wait until it goes on sale of like $10 off, but nothing more than that. This is a pretty fair price tag with how many minifigs you get, and just have the playability for this ATTE is awesome. As a kid, I would have loved this. I definitely recommend this. There's been a set yet that I have not recommended, But it's just because I'm a fan of all of these. They do smash these out of the park, and they're awesome, and they're fun to play with, and just fun to collect. So I do recommend this to get that $140 price tag. They are going to be pretty hard to find for probably the first half of this year, or last half of this year. Next half of 2023, first half, I guess, you probably have an easier time finding them. So just keep that in mind if you're wondering why you can't find it in stores near you. People are going to be buying these out of stock for a while. It's a very popular minifigure with that Commander Cody there in the front. And just everything else. It's been a while since we've gotten a good ATTE. I think the last one was 2012. 10 years now. So it's going to be out of shelves for a while. But with that, we are going to wrap today's video up to an end. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, hit that subscribe. If you guys want to see a different Lego Star Wars set review, let us know which one you want to see next down in the comments. Thanks.